Oh. All right. What we got here? I work in the IT department of a hospital system. I'm filing in while my team lead is out on maternity leave, so I've taken on some of her projects while she's out. My question is, are things always this messed up? This really isn't any communication other than a weekly call. Apparently, there was a go-live and there was no communication about everyone's piece. The people on these projects have been here for 10, 20, 30 years, and they seem to just back-channel everything. Then I get caught flat-footed when I don't mind read. Is this normal? How do we break through? Alright, so basically, yes, this is normal. And this happens in a lot of IT companies, right? So basically, people get used to the situation of a mess, right? When there is no clear planning process, where there is no synchronization, there is like a very simple like weekly call or anything, right? So it's very convenient for people, right? And I can even tell you, there was like some situation just recently which I learned about, and that's kind of like a funny story, right? So there was a person working in IT department, right? And this person was a lead, right? So a lead is supposed to be like a person who coordinates the work effectively, right? So, and what's interesting is that this person was remaining in the office for long hours, right? So long after the workday has ended, they would still like sit in the office and work because they need to catch up with deadlines, right? So you could think about it, right? So like a team lead, when a team lead stays long hours, that most likely means that this team lead really does a bad job, right? Because if they did a good job, they would probably plan the work more effectively so that they don't need to stay long hours. But the reality is that a lot of people, they're not they're so afraid of planning process, right? And they are so afraid to get the knowledge of how to do it properly, how to establish the process, how to perform things effectively. They just choose to ignore the planning, to skip the planning, and pay for that by staying long hours, right? You see what the reality is, right? So basically, people sacrifice their personal time and sacrifice their their stress levels in order to skip the burdens of the planning process. And I think how to fix this situation is you need to overcome yourself. You need to just tell yourself that when you create a good planning process, that will simplify your life. That will simplify the life of your teammates, of colleagues, of yourself, and will make you a really good professional, right? Who will take care of his team, be really efficient, provide really good leadership, right? So, and realization of that and learning of the good planning techniques, of the planning processes is what will make all our lives easier in the end, in IT world and in general in the project management field of it, right? So, therefore, the only answer to that is to overcome, for all of us to overcome the fear of planning, to try to make this process flexible, predictable, and just to establish the boundaries, and then all things will be normal.